for our final data science presentation, we chose to do an analysis on the Mines football team. My name is Edmonds.
I'm Logan.
And I'm Sean.
So our research goal and data set, our overall goal was to find trends that lead to successful offenses, defenses, and the overall team. And on top of that, we're looking at what features or metrics correlate with success.
For this data set, we used the previous 9 seasons of football. And we included both offensive and defensive stats.
And the data was pulled from a public online resource of cumulative stats from the Mines football website.
For Model 1, we focused on offensive analysis, and we used a random forest classifier to find what features were most important. So for the first 4 features, these are the features we engineered here: the passing, running, scoring, and offensive efficiency. And as you can see by this graph, you can tell what's most important to the success of the offense. That being mostly yards, total touchdowns, and total plays. So for Model 1, the best offensive year in the past 9 years was 2023. As you can see up here in this corner, we have the order of successful offenses. Number 1 being 2022, then 2023, and 2016. The most important features were total yards, total touchdowns, passing efficiency, which suggests that the offense's success is built on these. The model also suggests that the most successful seasons had either a Harlan Hill nominee or a Harlan Hill winner. In 2022, our quarterback won the Harlan Hill Trophy, and in 2023 was a top 3 nominee for the Harlan Hill Trophy, and in 2016 we also had a Harlan Hill nominee winner. Which, if you don't know what the Harlan Hill is, it's essentially the MVP of D2 football, the Heisman Trophy as well for D1. So basically, when we tuned this model, our results stayed pretty consistent, while the accuracy varied a little bit. But while it does have room for to be more accurate, as you can see down here, the predicted and actual are just slightly off.
All right, Model 2 was built around looking at defensive analysis. This was our feature importance for the logistic regression and the feature importance for gradient boosting. Model 2 was split up into 2 different models. Obviously, we had the logistic regression and the gradient boosting, and this was the confusion matrix produced from the logistic regression. So for our Model 2 findings, the defensive features were broken up into 3 different engineered features, which if you could go back, please. Which were critical down defense, which includes 3rd down and 4th down percentage stops, pass defense, which included all the pass defense metrics we included in the data set, and run defense, which similar to the pass defense included all the run stopping metrics. From the logistic regression model, it showed a high importance in defensive rush stopping, which led us to suggest that the model is saying that these defenses over here are the top ranked run stopping defenses, which, if you can't see, is 2019, 2024, and 2023 as the top 3. Our gradient boosting model, however, showed a importance in pass defense, and suggested to us that it shows the best pass defensive teams, which were 2019, 2021, and 2024. From that, we can see that 2019 was number 1 for both run stopping and pass defense, which led us to believe that 2019 was the best overall defense in the past 9 years. This model was the most accurate model for both the gradient boosting and the logistic regression. We had a perfect score for accuracy, precision, recall, support, and F1. And all predictions and probabilities were completely correct. The room for improvement on this model since it is the most accurate model, we can't tune it to be any better. It would just be digging in deeper as to why certain teams have good run defense or why certain teams have good pass defense, to see like defensive calls or personnels or teams that were playing or season length to see which ones led to the best rush and pass defenses.
Model 3 is the overall team analysis and includes all the features from Model 1 and Model 2. So it includes all the defensive and offensive features. And the most important features were passing efficiency, critical down defense, and total yards. 2023 was the best team based on the team success score, as you can see down here, and produced a top offense within the last 9 years. And 2019 was the second best team based on the team success score, and also produced top defense within the past 9 years. The gradient boost model includes all the features from both models and shows importance towards passing efficiency, critical down defense, total yards, rushing yards lost, and fourth down conversion. Teams with the highest passing efficiency and critical down defense and the total yards have had the most successful season. And we could improve the prediction accuracy for the not successful category. Oh, yeah, and here's the precision for the not successful category up here.
For ethical considerations, for privacy specifically, this data set was gathered from an official and completely public website, so we really had no concerns with privacy, and we used no personal information as everything was gathered from this website. For fairness, these models really don't incorporate things that can be measured with numbers, such as like team morale, relationships with coaches and between players, the weather of specific games, season length. That was a big one for us. Some seasons ended in 11 weeks, while others went up to 15 or 14. And then obviously officiating, you can't really measure that. Some officials have biases that can't be measured, or completely unfair.
Furthermore, bias was reduced by using statistics across multiple different seasons, which could also be an improvement for us. The website only allowed us to gather statistics from 2015 to 2024, and to improve the models and make it less biased, it would be better to include all seasons for X amount of length, just to incorporate more data for the models to use. Some of the limitations were oversimplification of complex relationships through labels. Tuning of models helped provide a fair assessment and prevented overfitting. All the models were tuned to the best ability that we could get them to, as we mentioned in the model breakdowns before. In the oversimplification part, we engineered features to include multiple features so that the model wouldn't overfit everything and be more accurate.
And for the data quality, the data was taken from an official statistic website, and it's purely numerical. And for the module assumptions, the logistic model assumes that the linear relationships between statistics and success, and the models do not account for any rule changes in play style, or account for any other external factors that couldn't be represented statistically.
Finally, this was our source. This was the source that we pulled